What is up, my dear collective family? It has been a mighty long time since I posted a video. In this video today, I am sharing. There we go. In this video, it's going to be an update of current motions with my university. Hence, this should be. I'll be putting this under my tab from Target Truth Teller here on YouTube, or on YouTube channel. I might just leave a link to my Facebook or something, but everybody will have the information down below. But this video is to give an update, and also I'm going to share a little knowledge on a project, not only a project, but philosophy that I plan on publishing here, hopefully by the end of the year. I'm shooting for the end of the year, right? But in the midst of that, I got some information that will also, I'll use astrology to give it heightened understanding, to show you that I am for this specifically, and through certain placements of my natal chart. You know what I'm saying? Some things I'll read off to. And then, for those at the end, I'm feeling great. Not because this is medication. But I will pull a card from my crystal mandala oracle by Mandala Fitch. I thought I was going to say wrong. So, always listen to your first instinct. That's first end of this video. First instinct. Always listen to your first line. It'll never lead you straight. Just a little bit of spiritual advice. And hence me starting this business and spiritual advising. So, in the midst of that, let me go ahead and continue on and get started on updates. Right. First, I would like to wish myself a very happy anniversary at this moment in time, because this yesterday, well, it's 16th technically. I work overnight, so I was able to celebrate. But yeah, on this day, I was put on paid administrative leave, and so I haven't been back to work since, of course. But I am now waiting on the merit board decision, in which I have a great understanding on how that's going to, what the decision is going to be. And then after the decision, I am curious on how they're going to resolve the situation. Because they put me in a hardship. I mean, for those who know, put me in a hardship situation. My phone is technically still currently off because I got this part-time gig, even trying to keep some sort of income coming, just to keep things running while I'm in the midst of the wait. And they made it really hard because I can't file unemployment because I'm still on the roster. So I can't really do anything on that. But anyway, so just to catch up with everybody, also because I feel like I'm moving a little too fast, I was put on paid administrative leave as of this date of this year, of last year, today's date, and it's been, I wouldn't say it's the leadership specifically. I would say certain individuals, and I know who those certain individuals are, that have tried to continuously try to set me up for failure through intimidation, through harassment. They even have people watching my Facebook. And they've made that evidently clear as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're watching my YouTube channel too, just to see what I'm posting. And they're more than welcome to watch this video, because this is the update. This is the anniversary, yay! But in the midst of that, first they tried to terminate me. I assumed I had threatened a foreman in which I was the one that was given the ultimatum. Either I was going to do it the easy way or the hard way. I made a video. I can't get the date off of piece of work on the report, but yeah, they tried to tell me I was threatening on the video, in which I just gave a what if situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was to do it the hard way, and then depending on his hard way and how that would look, I just gave the outcome. That's it. You mean a theoretical outcome. That is not a threat towards anybody. That's theoretical. They tried to terminate me for that, in which that was like the meeting I had. The individuals in that meeting did not read my draft that I printed out for everyone, stating that if you were to try to make a move like this, it would have been going against my constitutional rights. In which some way, somehow, I mean, like that didn't happen. So like they tried to switch my shift. My director tried to switch. Oh, wait, I'm going too fast. Before I get there, I was secretly terminated October 16th. I was mailed my suspension letter October 15th. I found out through the insurance company, the code they put in, they terminated me October 16th, secretly. Because I didn't get the termination letter. And the union didn't even know I was terminated. In which, by the way, I haven't heard jack shit from the union really since all this, the inception. Like, I've had to push all the issues. Like, so, the union I'm speaking of is SEIU 73? I think that's it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the University of Illinois union is. They're full of shit. If you're with them, just know, even if you stop paying union dues, they're still going to start pulling. They're still going to pull dues for like the next year. So I'm just going to let you be aware of that. So anybody watching this, just to let you know, they will continue to pull dues, which is legal if I'm not mistaken. I do have stubs proving this, by the way, too. So if anybody ever asks me to present evidence, I got that. But nonetheless, so they secretly terminated me October 16th. They had to reinstate me November 14th. Yes, November 14th. In which I asked for power over my hours, putting my hours in. I was denied because managers were going to do it for me. In which the first two checks were solid, and then the check right before Christmas was 40 hours short by an error code. I don't know how it could be an error code if the first two checks were fine. So what happened? What happened to the third? Tried to short me right before Christmas. I don't celebrate holidays, but still, I would like my whole check from get-go. But you mean they tried to settle that onward, but then they tried to. Then before I even got back, we had a meeting, which I ended up having to make a complaint, which naturally, obviously, it went nowhere. You know what I mean? Clearly, they protect their own for real in the university. They don't like me. They don't like whistles like me because I'm a blower. But they should have found that out through Carl. Like if they would have called Carl up, see what was up. They would have knew better because I actually started an investigation in one against the university. Little tidbit. Also, so in the midst of that, so the reinstatement, the short check. They switched my shift after the merit board told me there should have been no messing with my pay, and the shift change. I work third shift, so that dollar is crucial. Most people who work third shift and get a shift differential, they know, man, you work the third shift for that shift differential. You know what I'm saying? So even for the judge in my hearing to tell me that dollar shouldn't even make a difference. You never had to. When's the last time you had to struggle, Judge? Man, like, that's crazy. Who are you to dictate the importance of that dollar in my life? And then they tried to switch me to day shift. And then when they switched me to day shift, they switched me from building cleaning to trash sorting. Right? Knowing like they need BSWs nonetheless. So you need BSWs, but you can still your best BSW in trash sorting. And I have plenty of witnesses that can attest to my work ethic. No matter where I am, my work speaks for itself. So that's never a question. So there's that. Because they tried to come after that too. It had no legs to stand on. So at the hearing, I had a hearing February. The same day I had a court for an eviction. Which so like didn't know the hearing was like 2.5 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying not to fall asleep and crying, trying to figure out what to do. Because like taking in all this shit same old time while trying to defend myself and motherfuckers mercilessly executing me and firing me. I mean, not executing me, taking me out, but terminating my employment for no reason at all. And then the union not even doing anything to really. I've been defending myself since the inception of this, well, unpaid suspension, in which the suspension continued on, coming back, which I found interesting because the reason they put me on unpaid suspension because I didn't show up for a shift. I did a no call, no show, but no one called me to verify anything. You know, any person, any BSW probably has, in some form or fashion, had a foreman call you to check on you to see if you was going to show up or not. And then the way their systems, this is funny, the way their systems, for you to call up, you only have a half an hour before your shift. Like, I'm trying to understand, like, has nobody ever overslept for work before? Like, we're all human beings, you know what I'm saying? Like, me included. I'm definitely living this human experience for sure. But, yeah, has nobody ever overslept? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you call and you tell them you're going to be late if you overslept? You know what I'm saying? I don't. I mean, so they set you up for failure automatically. And the union ain't done shit about it. They don't care. They don't. It's not like they're fighting for me. They say they'll put up a fight for you, put up a fight for the people, but it's been a year and I have not been back. And the sad thing is, I love to clean. I enjoyed my job. I would say enjoy it because at this point, this time it's ridiculous. I just need you to cash out my contract and be done. Give me give me my damages. We cash out this contract because you have to give me a fucking rock house position for me to change, some change, because I still got a notebook full of notes of things I can definitely put down for accountability for certain systems to remain in check, and then to create incentives for BSWs, because I mean I come across too many individuals, professors, others, otherwise like well, BSWs for shit. It is, because some of them just don't care because there's no incentive. But anyway, that's the digress. But nonetheless, so dealing with that, so I had the hearing. In the midst of the hearing, my director, I had my director sit here and lie under oath in a hearing, and then my motion, I sent in at the beginning. What's it? The beginning of July. Because I mean, you have the next amount of time to send your motion in, show evidence and so forth and so on to the merit board to make the decision. So my motion, with evidence I provided, is the timestamps for my foreman. Because I have T-Mobile, and with T-Mobile I have the advantage of voicemail text message. So once the person leaves a voicemail, it'll also text me the voicemail message. timestamped, phone number, everything. So he told them that foremen don't call BSWs when they're late, or it's rare. But I got like 3 times in like 2 months that my foreman called me, and then timestamp, text, voicemail, text message. Speaking on, hey, your PCU time, I mean, you're gonna call and let me know if you're gonna show up. So it can't be too rare. You mean rare? You know what I'm saying? That my director said, like, that doesn't happen. But okay, whatever. You're full of shit too. You know what I mean? We can call that shit what it is. You're part of the problem. Because like you've been signing off on all this bullshit. I'm like, how does that any of this shit make any sense? I'm like, I'm talking till I can talk to this motherfucker. Like he's gonna say, yeah, I don't care. He might say this, and who knows? But yeah, it's just stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, and these are individuals in like administrative position. And like, I've been there and I've been a supervisor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tried to get into a position and go into a program to become a director, and at some point, not BSW specifically, but like maybe they thought it was going to be for that, but whatever. Nonetheless, but like I entered the evidence in July. The 19th is when the married board is supposed to be making their decision, and then I'm curious to what follows. Because there's so much, like, I need to see so motherfucking much more than even thinking about walking through a door to return back to work. Because, like, I'm in my office right now, I'm trying to reestablish myself. Because, like, since I lost my other space, due to the fact is I didn't have any money coming in, so, so it cost me space. It cost me an eviction on my record now. Crazy work. Given the decision that should come down the way it's supposed to, with all evidence supporting my claims. Yeah, how are y'all gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm curious about this. Really curious, because y'all fuck my whole entire life. You if I really fuck my whole entire life, I can say that without a shadow of a fucking doubt. And I'm curious on how they're gonna correct this shit. Honestly, truly. Even because like I still have my IDHR. Well, they only know of IDHR investigation I have open, because I wasn't playing games with these people. I've even told them, I have sent the package to the Attorney General, speaking on everything that I've dealt with you about the harassment, intimidation, everything, the plotting, the dehumanizing aspect of things. Like, they've been talking great, mad shit about it. Mad shit. And like, yeah, I want to free some things out. Because this is also from my natal chart. So, so this gives you a little bit of an understanding of if you truly dig into your astrology, and truly dig into your natal chart, and understand yourself, you can see what you're truly built for, and how some of these things will reflect in your life, how you'll see some of these things reflected in your life. My first one is my Midhaven squaring Lilith, which the title is Define Public Pressure. Expression is environment. Action clashes. The orb position and degree is 1 degree and 11 minutes. Opportunities, questioning societal norms, forging your unique journey. Goals, embracing your rebellious nature, questioning societal norms. Affirmation, I embrace my rebellious nature and forge my own unique journey, challenging the status quo to create profound impact. inspire others, and to inspire others. Lilith squaring midhaven creates friction between what you refuse to be and what the world expects you to represent. Lilith is the part of you that will not conform, that recognizes when you are being asked to shrink or perform a false version of yourself. The midhaven is your public role, which my midhaven is Libra. The midhaven is your public role. Reputation, and authenticity structures you to navigate. When these two are in the square aspect, they are in active disagreement about what your career and public presence should look like. You likely experience this in reoccurring tension. The more you sense that a professional path or a public image is inauthentic, the more you resist it. Sometimes openly, sometimes through withdrawal, or sabotage. You may find yourself unable to sustain goals that feel like betrayals of your actual values, even when those roles are financially or socially advantageous. And naturally, we have an understanding through my versions of myself and me being a spiritual writer, which one of these applies, which one of those things that apply to me. Openly is the way we anyway, this is not a weakness. It is Lilith's insistence on sovereignty, but it does create a consequence, interrupted career momentum, reputational unpredictability, the sense that you cannot stay anywhere long enough to build something solid. That's great. And this is all I'm going to talk about. The friction often traps you in a false choice between authenticity and achievement. You may assume that any form of professional structure or public compromise is a betrayal of your true self, when in fact some boundaries and role-playing are simply the price of participation in any organized system. You can refuse domination without refusing all form. Refusal is not always integrity. Sometimes it is only refusal. The square asks you to distinguish between genuine validation and ordinary friction, between what must be abandoned and what can be negotiated or held lightly. What this aspect is building toward is the capacity to be genuine, disruptive within systems rather than only from the outside. You have a real gift for naming what is false, for seeing through institutional pretense, for refusal to collide with corruption or mediocrity. When you learn to direct that refusal strategically, to choose which battles matter, which structures are worth engaging with, you become someone who actually changes things within. The square does not resolve into harmony, but it can mature into clarity about where no matter most, and where your presence itself becomes disruption. That's just like the situation, and that's yeah. So, and then this one is we got another little thing. Another little triangle palace, which is Astrological. We get deep into astrology. So Lilith's palace seen through unspoken rules. Actually harmonizes. Interesting. Degree 2 degrees and 42 minutes south. And opportunities harness unconventional thoughts, challenging limits, Challenging. Pause that cause. There you go. Oh man, that. Alright, so, where was I? Yes. Opportunities. Harnessing unconventional thoughts, challenging limitation beliefs, goals, integrating shadow, creativity, reflecting on unconditional thoughts. Affirmation, I embrace my unique perspective, challenging the status quo, and letting my intuition guide me towards my highest potential. Palace Trining Lilith gives you a rare clarity about what you refuse to accept. Palace is a pattern recognition made conscious, the ability to see the skeleton beneath the skin of any system. Lilith is the part of you that will not conform, that names what others leave unspoken. In trying, these work together without friction. Your intelligence doesn't have to apologize for its edge, and your refusal doesn't need to disguise itself for something safer. You see through social frictions easily. You notice the unwritten rules before anyone states them. Then you notice which ones don't deserve to hold. Your mind moves fast toward the unconditional answer, the solution that breaks the pattern rather than perfecting it. You're drawn to problems precisely because the orthodox approach has already failed you. In conversations, you often find yourself articulating what the room was already thinking but wouldn't say, and you're comfortable being the one who says what it is. This is not reckless. It's strategic clarity. You can distinguish between genuine principle and mere habit dressed as principle, and you have little patience for the latter. You see through social frictions easily. You notice the unwritten rules before anyone states them. Then you notice which ones. Oh, man, I need to come down, shot back up. I felt like I want to repeat that. The blind spot here is subtler than it appears, because the trying flows so naturally. You may assure your unconventional views is always the true one. That rebellion itself is wisdom. You can mistake pattern breaking for depth, or use your intelligence to rationalize a refusal that actually fear wearing a mask of integrity. The sharpness of your mind can be a tool for proving yourself right rather than for genuine discovery. Watch for the moment when you're more invested in being the one who sees through things than what you actually see, in which what this placement genuinely gives you is permission to think in the margins. Your mind works best when it's allowed to be strange, to follow the thread that others drop. You're not fighting your intelligence to stay acceptable. It's already on your side. This frees you an enormous amount of energy for actual creative work, for seeing what needs to change and having the courage to make it clear. You can be both intellectual, righteous, and radical honesty. That combination is rare enough to matter. Fucking do. And then I just got one. I just want to take this one. I ain't gonna get down to all this. I'm gonna do like half a page and then I'll put this card because I'm already looking at half an hour. So, but like at the same time, it feels how I keep reading this shit. If you're already here, you're still with me as I'm going through this. You know what I'm saying? You learning something. You know what I'm saying? And you understand what I'm dropping down right here. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a thumbs up. I'll take it. You know what I'm I'm saying? Like, I don't do all the asking to subscribe. I just did like, but we do all the subscription and shit. Like, if you choose to do that, you do that. You get all the content that comes with all the content I drop. Everything's free. Knowledge here. You know what I'm saying? If you read the description on the channel, it tells you everything you need to know. But anyway, as I get through this, you pull this card, I'll get you on your way. But anyway, as we move forward, Mars, opposition, Venus. This is good. Rebel with restless spark. My life. Expression, drive. Action, opposes. Individuality. Or position, 1 degree, 13 minutes south. Opportunities. Harness your revolutionary tendencies. Develop personal principles and ideas. Goals. Reflecting on your stance, balancing assertiveness and compromise. Affirmation. I am a catalyst for change, fiercely changing the status quo and inspiring others to embrace their own uniqueness. The energies generated by this opposition aspect are often projected out into the external world, and this is particularly true of the powerful energies released by the Mars-Uranus aspect. When you manifest this through a more integrated consciousness, one that has clarity of purpose and direction. And like almost lost my spot. Its impact can be profound. However, if this energy channels through less integrated self, it can lead to significant challenges. You likely feel a strong revolutionary impulse to possess a natural adversity to traditions and statistic societal norms. There are deeper-seated drives within you to question the status quo and critique those positions of power. I didn't read this off, but I'm trying to get into it. Your attitude tends to be anti-authoritarian. Fuck yeah. And you take a altruistic stance. Economistic stance in questioning the status quo. On one take, so I ain't cutting the name of this shit. Anyway, questioning the status quo. This often leads to to be highly critical of those in societal leadership roles, especially when you perceive hypocrisy. You hold a personal you hold your personal principles and ideas in high regard, and expect others, particularly leaders, to adhere to the highest standards of my own personal high standards already. Because I hold everybody accountable. Integrity and accountability. Learn a lot from it. Anyway, where was I at? High regard. Let leaders adhere to the highest standards. Their perspective can create a sense of disconnection and dissatisfaction when you observe the imperfections in both individuals and institutions. However, while you acknowledge the frailties of most people, you reserve the strictest judgments for those wielding authority. Concepts such as social justice, equality, transformative change resonate deeply with you, drawing you towards various progressive or visionary moments. Depending on your overall theme in your astrological chart, which Sagittarius ascendant, get it? So here we go. Themes. Here we go. Your radicalism might be geared towards reconstructing past ideas or innovating new structures for the future. generally through under the look at uterine influences. Your focus tends to towards the future possibilities, often aligning with you through altruistic and humanitarian causes. You might find solace in in groups that seek to create more equitable and liberated. Here we go. I'm going to say liberated societies. Your personality can be quite assertive sometimes, veering into aggressive or combative territories. You might see yourself as perpetually at war with what you perceive as wrong, whether if this conflict remains internal or becomes an external battlefield against social establishment. There's an undeniable thrill you derive from conflict, and you likely enjoy competition, seeking not just to participate but to dominate. This combative nature could be displayed overtly or subtly through commanding personal presence. Engaging in arguments or discussion can stimulate you, particularly when you play the devil's advocate to spark intellectual engagement. Yet, when the subject matter is dear to you, a more passionate and determined side emerges, focusing on winning the debate. Your principle-driven opposition to restrictions on individual freedoms can sometimes lead to contradictory behavior. While you advocate for broadening freedom and opportunities in practice, you recognize the need for social limits. You place high value on your personal freedom, essential for expressing your unique self. When you feel confined by routine or external discipline, your reaction can be strong. Considerable self-discipline and motivation. Balance this drive for freedom with consideration for others' needs, and is crucial. And for your insistence on following your own path can occasionally come off as arrogance or authoritarianism, causing friction in personal or societal relationships. When your lifestyle feels restrictive, it could lead to intense outbursts of temper or argumentative behavior as a release for pent-up tension. You may see yourself as an outsider, a lone traveler, or a unique journey. Yet beneath this, there is often an undercurrent about self-doubt, masked by a facade of confidence. Yeah, I can see if you're unhealed, you haven't done your work, your shadow work. Yeah, I can see that. Reflecting on how these external conflicts may mirror internal struggles could be insightful. How you might integrate the inner and outer dimensions of your revolutionary spirit by unfiling your will to unifying your will and clarifying your desires. You allow for a harmonious expression of this powerful aspect, turning potential conflicts into avenues for personal and collective transformation. I know that was a big mouthful. But I don't have to concern myself with the negative aspects because I've done my work, and in the midst of doing my work, I've received a lot of knowledge, a lot of understanding, a lot of different downloads. Saw night bar, by the way. Waking my cards up from each side. And clearing them. Yeah, I can see how some people could drift off if they haven't done the shadow work. Because the shadow work is important. Like me having Scorpio Moon, I've had a few different ego deaths for sure. But learning is half the battle, and having Sagittarius ascendant, looking at those as challenges to overcome. Overcoming those challenges in great stride. I'm grateful for my placements. I'm grateful for my build. I've come to that higher understanding of all my shit. Hence, having an understanding of stuff is clearly important. Because, like, with that, you get great purification. It's dope. Because what we got? Because I'm on the sacred play journey. But, like, pull a card for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, that's how I get it. That's how I get my little information. I talk to my cards every day. So, I'm gonna get y'all a good cut in the clip, and then I'm gonna get y'all card. And this is for anybody. There's no sign specific for this. Because, no problem. Yeah, I'm not gonna do all that. This is for anybody who needs it. And for what it is. So, the good idea is, I didn't even read it. Unconditional trust. Unconditional trust. The universe is calling anyone out there that resonates with this card right here. Unconditional trust. And this is Ascendant Master. Ascendant Master, Mother Mary. And Sun. I don't have Sun out right now. But Mother Mary is also one of my Ascendant Masters on my spiritual team. So, like, trust me when I say, yeah, think about this. And this, in the heart of her thing, is not only unconditional trust, but also divine unconditional love. So, Mother Mary Magdalene is the Ascendant Master of unconditional trust and divine unconditional love. So, take that as what you will. You know what I'm saying? I wish everybody nothing of light if you made it. I thank you. I appreciate you. Again, hearing a brother out for this anniversary video. Because this has been magnificent. And like, and part of what they're saying, I have been getting through out of this and having to deal with this because like there's been a lot of knowledge, but at the same time, like everything I've been learning has been more inherent to their system. Like I'm really using their system. You know what I'm saying? I've kept records of everything. You know what I mean? I've kept my verbiage very professional. Haven't used any terminology out of place, except being assertive and stonewalling and everything else of that nature. But as I get through this, you know what I'm saying? I plan on reaching out to the union once this is settled, because when I go back to work and motherfuckers still take union dues, we're gonna have a long conversation. Not only that, but a long conversation on why y'all motherfuckers were so silent this whole entire year of me having to deal with this shit, and me having to constantly reach out to y'all. Like y'all supposed to be fighting for me. Y'all supposed to be reaching me. What's the point of doing it? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the point. Somebody give me that. Somebody give me that. Like, cause I'm not even good. You know what I'm saying? Like they try to give me to be a steward, but like unless I'm training these individuals, I feel like I shouldn't. I'm not gonna fight for these individuals, motherfuckers. So you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. You habitual offender. You need to go. Nah. But anyway, that's how it goes. I got your card. It's unconditional trust. Ascendant Master, Mother Mary, and you selling that. I wish everybody would nothing but love out here. I appreciate y'all for supporting me. If you watch this to the end, you support it. You just listen to it out. So it's nothing but respect. Jesus. Man, nothing but respect. Love. And much, definitely peace. I'm out. Ashe.